Welcome everyone. This is the May update for developer community of Kontent.ai. It's almost live, almost because on Monday in our typical time frame, I'll be traveling to Reactathon conference in San Francisco. So that's why we are doing this a little bit earlier, but we're going to publish it in the standard time frame. But still, we have a lot of news to cover today.
That's true.
And because I said some stuff about conferences, then we can start with conferences, I think. The first conference that we'll visit is Reactathon in San Francisco, which is happening next week. So actually, if you're looking at this on Monday in the normal time frame, it's Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're a proud gold sponsor of the conference. We'll have a booth there, so come visit us. And in terms of conferences, May is going to be a big month because at the end of May, we're visiting NDC in Oslo. Very large conference, so we're really looking forward to that one. And as last year, you're gonna see us in Amsterdam on the 2nd of June for, is it 2nd or 3rd? I think it's 2nd. It's Friday. Yeah. At React Summit in Amsterdam. So really looking forward to that one as well. We had a lot of fun last year. So if you're around in Europe, then make sure to visit us there as well.
And I think there was one thing about Reacton. There was a discount code.
Oh, true. So if you don't have your ticket yet, then if you use the Content 50 discount code, you're gonna get a 50% discount, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
The ticket is not that cheap, so I think that definitely helps. So yeah, if you wanna meet us in person, then put these events in your calendar. And they're, of course, all noted on our events and webinars page. So you can take a look there as well. So that's nice. Yeah. So that's the conferences. And we can move on to the regular update. And I think the other item on the agenda is actually the new AI videos. So we actually took the opportunity of having 3 experts. 2 of them are content MVPs. One is Kentico MVP. We had them all here in Brno in our headquarters. And we took the opportunity to record 2 videos with them about how they explain headless CMS to their clients and how they see AI from a developer's perspective. Because these guys, they lead teams of developers, so they have the first seat of seeing how developers can use AI and how it can make them more effective. So this was actually very nice to talk, a topic to talk about. So both of these videos are on our YouTube channel. So if you want, take a look. They're only 3 minutes, so hopefully you'll get a lot of value from that.
Yeah, and if you just, it's really good for if you're pitching these 2 topics. It's really good to just have the hints from the other people that already use them. So yeah, feel free to take a look.
Now, what's the next thing on our list? We're still trying to do the 10-minute thing.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can do it today. So the next thing is, I think, a big thing that we just released, right?
Yeah, the
Sync API. Yeah.
Generally available. Finally.
So what's it about? Like, how does it help developers?
Yeah. There are various use cases how you want to use that, but as the name point out, it's for synchronizing your changes. So at a point of time that, for example, you are building your site or building your index for the search or create some automatic check for your content consistency or these kind of things. You can save the timestamp or the continuation token. And then once you need the update and you want to know what happens during the time for the initial call on content side, you just send a call with this continuation token and you get all of the information what happened with the data. So you can either do it with webhooks and then fetch the data via the delivery API, or you can use Sync API and get all the data at the same time. So you don't need to do 2 calls and you have the consistency and you know what happened in that time frame.
Nice. Okay, that sounds interesting. Probably mainly for larger projects.
Yes.
Where consuming and processing webhooks would be you would always have to do that, because there is so many content changes.
Yeah, and there is one little section called filtering, so you can check changes only for specific parts, which really helps for the payloads. Because, for example, if you have a big project with many collections and like thousands or tens of thousands of content items being changed during, I don't know, a day, You just want to have the payload or the data that you really need. So you can filter them out by the collection or language or these kind of things.
Perfect. No, that sounds really good.
And
Right.
I think at the time that we will be releasing the video, it will be already released in the .NET and JavaScript SDK, so you don't need to make your call by your own. So just update the SDKs and that will be there.
You see how Ondrej is very nicely leading his team, that whenever there is a new feature, the development team is ready and already pushing all those things into the open source SDKs. So kudos to you and your team. And
kudos to the development team, because these kind of things are being developed on the SDK part in our development. We are just doing the reviews and maintenance process, and we are like leading the way we want to do the SDKs, but the implementation was by the guys from the development.
Nice. Okay, and I think we can move on to the next item on the list, which is IMTech Meetup. And I gotta say, Ilyas Mistry, our MVP, is doing a really great job this year, because there is a meetup every month. And we used to have the AI meetup. There was one about becoming a developer, if you're not in the field, and there was a fresh one just last week, I think, which was about women in tech. And that's a very nice topic. There was one meetup like that last year as well. So I definitely encourage everyone to take a look, because there are really interesting people speaking at these events. And there is one more coming in the next month about accessibility. So that's also like a topic you can talk about probably the whole week. And all the recordings are available on the IMTech Meetup page on YouTube. So the link is going to be down in the video description. And the sweet thing is that every meetup, Ilyas is doing a raffle of all the people that are present in the meetup, and there are actually we are doing the shipping to make it easier. So we ship them this nice swag. Like this hoodie is also from the swag, and I like to wear it whenever it's a bit cold in the office. So if you want to get some swag, then definitely check this out, follow, subscribe, and visit the next meetup, which is going to be in May, I think.
Yeah, and I like that Ilyas is using all of the features of YouTube. So you have these sections. So if you just want to, if you're interested just into one talk, because there are like 3 or 4 of them, you can just skip to the exact part and you don't need to search around. The description is always great. So this is good job.
We should learn from him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's IMTech Meetup. And the next on the list is Search Guide. Nice. So I think that's a topic for you, because I only did the review, but I figured that was a nice guide. So what's it about?
Yeah, it's one part of the bigger initiative to provide the honest guides and focus on the pinpoints or pain points that you have with specific features. We started with the translation management system integration, and now we switch to the search. So we research how the search can be used. What's the difference between the structure of the index and structure of the content in Kontent.ai platform, and how to make it work, how to design it, and what to focus on if you are doing this kind of thing, and what are the options. So I think that's pretty easy to read through. It's easy to get the idea about the integration, but you will see some things that we discovered on the way of our research.
No, I thought that it gave really nice overview of what are your options of both of these guys, the search and translation, and I've had multiple people asking me the same questions, so it's definitely a nice resource to have. And I'm also speaking from my own experience, because we've just integrated Algolia for our own website, which was an interesting project. So yeah, definitely nice read. Perfect. So that's a search, and 2 more things on the list. So there is a custom status JSON storage in Kontent.ai CLI. Now I've been working with CLI a lot lately because I created a new sample site for our conferences. So what's the custom status JSON about?
Yeah, the CLI itself basically provides you major functionality for creating migrations and running them. And the status, how the migrations has been run, if successfully and when, and these kind of things are stored in the local JSON file. Up until now, it was okay, but if you had the multiple environments, you would need to create, for example, multiple branches for that, and you still was forced to have it stored locally on Git. or place it there if you need it. This is okay for a lower paced project, but if you have a big one that has changes and migrations pretty quickly and using multiple environments, it might be easier to just have this functionality of switching the JSON or loading the JSON automatically for somewhere else, for example, Amazon S3 or Azure Blob Storage or this kind of things. So we implemented a new plugins functionality, and the first two plugins that you can do is save status and read status. So if you implement these kind of plugins, you can store it whenever you want. You just get the data and you can store it wherever you want. So this is a nice little thing that helps people with multiple environments and with vibrant projects that are changing pretty quickly via migrations.
And I can say this is really helpful because every project that I know uses environments. Because whenever you need to do something in production, you always clone it, then you run the migration, you see if everything's right, and then you run it in production, and you have confidence that it's going to work. Yeah. So that's a really nice little thing that could help everyone. And the last thing is about .NET. It's about extended delivery models. So can you say more about that?
Yes, definitely. We have been working on this feature for a longer time. Because we have been rebuilding the model generator's internal structure, and we didn't want to introduce any breaking changes, so it was a little bit harder to introduce. But at the end of the day, we found out the solution. So if you want to, you can just pass your management API key and allow generator to generate a separate file, another partial class, with information that are stored or provided by the management API key about content type limitations. So for example, if you have linked item of one type, you don't get enumerable items of some generic content item, but you will get, hey, this is, I don't know,
the specific type. Yeah,
this author or this kind of thing.
Okay, that's really cool. So definitely helps a lot .NET developers. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to touch .NET for quite some time. But fingers crossed, maybe that'll happen in the future.
Yeah, I think
Blazor. I think if Blazor gets better,
we will need to touch it before the NDC.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and NDC is end of May, so we got roughly a month.
Yeah, that's true.
And actually, one last thing is, I think just before the React Summit, there's going to be another workshop, and this time the workshop is going to be about Astro, connecting that to Kontent.ai and using a portable text.
Yes.
Now, I think that we did not talk about portable text all that much.
No, because I wanted to have it set up for at least a week.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sure, so let's leave it for the next update. But if you guys are interested and want to learn more about Astro, Kontent.ai, and portable text, then we'll send you the link for the workshop. It's definitely going to be on the events page as well.
Yeah,
because it's a webinar pretty much. So
it's going to be led by you, right?
Yeah. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Cool. So I think that wraps up our update. We did it in 13 minutes, so we got to get better next time.
Yeah.
But
we should stop working like at half of the month so that we don't have that many updates.
Sounds good to me, actually. Yeah, we should take more vacation. We have too many updates every month. Yeah. All right. Well, it was great to talk again this month, and we'll see you at conferences or in the update next month.
See you guys.
See ya. Bye.